Hey guys, welcome to The Buzz. In this episode, we're going to be talking about what is Christmas really about and what are some traditions that our families celebrate.
Welcome to The Buzz, Coffee and Real Estate. This is our special Christmas edition. And I will have to say that Josh is addicted to this hat. In fact, he's distracted already. We may not hear anything from him. I feel like my hat might be from like an international fairy convention instead of having anything to do with Christmas. But anyway, yes, just so thankful to have the year and getting ready to head into the holidays. So just wanted to first kind of talk about some of the fun family Christmas traditions.
Yeah.
You got 5 kids, I got 6 kids, so full of all sorts of fun stuff over the holidays.
Oh yes.
So what are some of the things that you guys enjoy?
Well, we typically will drive down to the mountains, typically Boone area.
Okay.
We'll drive down, we'll cut down a tree. That's kind of like a family tradition that we've done for years. We go with my mom and my dad and my sister and her husband, and we bring all our kids. This year we rented a place, went down and stayed for a couple days, and then we're gonna cut down trees. Well, ours, we didn't actually cut down in Boone this year. We did drive to Boone, we just didn't get a tree.
Okay.
Our transmission went out in our car, so
no.
we weren't able to carry our 13-foot tree home. But anyway, so it was kind of a little bit more of an excursion. We got back in town, borrowed my dad's truck, and called around to a bunch of different lots. And we're like, hey, who has a 12 to 13 foot tree?
Because you guys have a huge vaulted great room.
Yes.
So you can actually fit something.
We got 20-foot ceiling, and so Em's like, I want to, and after putting the tree up, I don't know if it's 20 foot, but we put this tree up, and we ended up going to Cobb's farm.
Okay.
Out off I think it's 61.
Okay, I've heard of them. Yep.
And they were amazing, by the way. Just give them a shout out. But they were amazing. We called them. They said, yeah, we have 5 trees that are 13 foot, and we'll pick the best one for you. So we got out there, and we were thinking, oh, we'll look through them.
Yeah.
They had already pulled the tree out, had it ready. They're like, picked it up off the ground, said, this is our best tree. What do you think? Showed it to me. I'm like, that'll work. Of course, we were outside on a farm.
Right.
This thing's 8 foot wide.
Scale is a little bit different.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I was like, wow, this is a big tree.
8 foot wide. 8 feet wide.
13 foot high.
Oh my word.
So it's massive. So you walk into our living room and it looks like this giant forest.
And you said it had how many lights approximately on it?
We're anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 lights. Somewhere in there. We ordered off Amazon.
He actually had to put a new panel in his house just for his Christmas tree.
That's right. Our solar is going up. So that's one of the big things that we do. We do decorate the house with Christmas lights.
Okay.
My wife likes white lights. I like colored lights. So the Christmas tree has white lights, but they're changeable to color. So I can have my colored if I want them, and then the outside lights are all colored.
Oh man.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we've done a Christmas tradition. This little homemade candy right here is called maple cream. The recipe is a strictly held Denny secret. It's got some sort of sweet inside, and then it's got cooking chocolate. Like the 100% cocoa chocolate.
Oh wow!
So that's on the outside with some sort of edible wax to make it harden, and then it's a little chunk of pecan in the top. It's really good. It's super sweet, and my dad's dad taught him how to make them, and he has now taught me how to make them and passed the tradition down. So anyway, Merry Christmas. But that's the first tradition. And so the second tradition also has to do with food.
It always has to do with
a bit
food.
of a theme. So before my wife and I had kids, we would decorate the Christmas tree, typically the weekend after Thanksgiving, so like the Friday, Saturday, or Sunday after Thanksgiving, okay?
Same here.
So late November. And we decorate the Christmas tree, and we would turn on like the oldie, super oldie classics Christmas stuff.
Oh yeah.
On the radio or something. And we make up a bowl of like homemade kettle corn, the sweet popcorn.
Stuff.
This lightly salted, it's a little bit sweet, honey or molasses or something. Well, we're like, oh, we're gonna, incorporate this tradition in with our kids. Super cool. The problem is something about sweet, sticky popcorn and Christmas ornaments just don't line up very well.
That's right.
And so, anyway, the kids end up just sitting on the floor and eating sticky popcorn occasionally putting a sticky ornament on the tree, and we end up putting most of the ornaments on the tree. So anyway, it's super fun. But even as you and I were talking about it, it's so easy to get caught up in the fun traditions. And there's nothing wrong in that. It's awesome. It's so fun. It's wonderful. Listening to Christmas music and all of that. But I don't want to be cliche, because it's not that. It's not the Jesus is the reason for the season, but just the aspect of like that is actually why we celebrate Christmas.
That's right.
And I just kind of speak to that for a second, just as far as from your heart. Is there anything particular thing that's touched you over the years, or touched you this year particularly?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I know for us, we tend to read the Christmas story during this season, and I've tried to kind of read it throughout the year as kind of a reminder.
Luke 2?
Yeah. Just like, this is what happened.
Yeah.
We actually watched the movie Nativity, with our kids the other night, and so they were unaware of the depth, right? King Herod, he's going out and he is like taking every 2-year-old and killing them.
Every male baby 2 and under.
Yeah.
I mean, it was genocide.
Yeah, exactly. And so, in the movie they show that part. It's like the first couple minutes of the movie. You're like, oh wow, this is really about. But it brought some clarity, like what had to happen for all of these strategic things to happen.
Yeah.
Right. All these prophecies have been given about Jesus coming, and so it was really cool to hear all of that stuff and kind of put it in perspective, because you don't read that necessarily in Luke the same way that like the visual was. So it's kind of like, wow, okay, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
And then of course they show kind of the journey of Joseph and Mary, kind of going from one place to the other.
Because they had to flee to Egypt.
That's right.
To save his life.
Yep.
And they stay there, and then they come back, but they settle in a different spot when they come back. Yeah.
Oh, it's just a whole thing. But it was just interesting, just kind of going through there. It kind of spoke to my heart with, like, this is, what this is really about. Now, if all the other things are great and they're fun, and we enjoy them and we do them, but at the same time, and even with our kids and stuff, we've just kind of had to go, look, you do realize that presents and Santa Claus and all the things that are fun, they're not the reason why we're here.
Yeah.
And so that's been huge, making sure that that's ingrained in our kids, and not easily forgetting the most important part.
Yeah. So. I think for me, I had this, I don't remember, it was a morning a couple of weeks ago, right as we were kind of transitioning from Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And I was struck. I don't even know if I was reading the Bible or not, but I was just struck by like, God, the maker of the universe, the maker of the earth, the maker of the stars, chose to come into a mortal body, which compared to the way that he lives, like this is horrible. Like to come in and humble yourself like that. And he did it for love, and he did it undercover. He did it, and people misunderstood him, and he did it, and this was the beginning. Everything that you and I have based our life on, everything that we based our business on. It started with, two poor people having a baby in a stable.
That's right.
I mean, I have a barn, so I'm.
What
it is not clean, and it probably wasn't like fresh hay that had just been put down. Maybe they had some, like, just the whole concept of this is something that the Lord did for us. And we didn't know it, and He came after us. And He gave Himself for us so that there would never be any reason why we couldn't be His sons and daughters.
That's right.
And it's amazing. And so just over the Christmas season, for us to be able to say, hey, let's enjoy the traditions.
That's right.
Let's enjoy Santa getting stuck in the chimney. And let's also just rejoice in how much the God of the universe loves us, that He would do that.
That's right.
And that He would come
humble Himself,
full of joy, yes, and just walk humbly before our God because He has humbled Himself first. So, anyway, that just about wraps it up here, and have a great Christmas.
Yes.
And spend a lot of time with people you love, and we'll look forward to seeing you here down the road, I guess we will have a podcast between Christmas and New Year's.
Yes.
Okay.
We will.
So we'll continue our normal schedule, but we just wanted to jump in and send out a special message to you guys. So
Merry Christmas, guys. We
Merry
love y'all.
Christmas.
Have a good Christmas.
All right.